right onto Oak Ridge Road. In 1.2 miles, the destination is on your left. The destination is on your left.
Great time. Thank you, you too.
Random email landed me here just outside Arrington, Virginia for the Overlanding Expo 2024. Check-ins begin Thursday morning. The show begins on Friday morning. I figured most people would arrive late Thursday into Friday morning. The place was almost full, and full to the point where it actually worked in my benefit because they ran out of spaces. They put me right along the track. I went ahead and got my Skycamp Mini set up. I did struggle with the awning just a little bit, trying to get the pole spacing. I couldn't pull my anchor lines where I wanted them because they would have been down into the track itself, and I'm not sure I could have got stakes in there to properly pull the lines taut. It took me a little bit to get the awning up, but after some adjusting and forgetting that there was height adjusters on the poles, I got it. Now it's time for a nice beverage. And I met a subscriber, which was really awesome. Him and his family were set up in his rig just behind me, and he had one impressive iCamper setup. And he wasn't the only one. My favorite part of the whole show was just going around and looking at all the amazing rigs. A show like this really opens your eyes to the opportunities that are out there that you don't realize, the brands that are out there that you don't realize exist. The atmosphere was just like minds coming together to have a good time and expand their horizons in the overlanding world. Overlanding Expo East. First time ever here, and they're saying this is as many people as they've ever seen on the first day. So, in fact, quite a bit more than they've ever seen. And some amazing rigs. Day one of the Overland Expo. They get started early around here. Let's get out and get some coffee. The Overland Expo has multiple shows each year. They have one in the East, one in the West, the Pacific Northwest, and the Mountain West. The 2024 East Expo had over 14,000 people register. Now, I think there was quite a bit more than that there, people that weren't attending the show, but were just camping with people that were attending the show. There's close to 100 different presenters, trainers, and VIPs, 30 journalists, and 14 or more staff members. But walking around and looking at all the gear and watching the different presentations, that's where it's all at. I've been using Garmin GPS units for a long time, but I've never actually had any official training with them. And so it was really cool to see the Garmin rep at the Garmin tent demonstrate and kind of give some tips and tricks on how to use their gear. I like to say you don't know until you know, and that's really what this was all about, expanding your overlanding horizons. Now, up near the food area, there was a bunch of tents that were set up. Each tent had a bunch of chairs and a television and a schedule.
Below 150 because it just starts to get shaky, that's all. Because this is considered 150th of a second, right? So it's very, very quick.
Throughout the day, there were scheduled presenters from all across the industry that were going to come and just do demonstrations and give their experiences.
Everything, between having light beginning the game, having the shadow coming across the field. This was sometimes I didn't know if I was allowed to be somewhere.
Each tent had its own track or theme. I even got the chance to sit in on a class that was hosted by a legitimate African safari guide. I can't tell you how cool that was. And there were so many other presenters that were just like that, professional photographers to conservationists. They had people teaching you about what's edible and what's not edible in the wild. You could spend all day taking classes each day if you wanted to. And I'm telling you, you could learn a lot from the people that were there.
They have to do almost like a puncture to release the gas, but it's just a fun side fact. But all clover, white, and red, trifolium pretense and trifolium repens are both edible.
After some cool information in the morning, it was time to find some lunch. I wouldn't say they had a ton of food options, but I will say the food options they had were really good. They even had a bar if you wanted to grab a beer or wine. If you see this guy at a festival you're at, make sure you get a burger from him. Absolutely amazing food. If you needed a shower, there were some community showers. They had several areas to help keep the kids entertained. But the highlight of the show was just walking around and shaking hands and talking with the manufacturers, getting a realization of what kind of opportunities are out there for the gear that you're looking for. I've been using Benchmade blades since I can remember, but I've never seen an actual Benchmade store or booth or anything. All my purchases with Benchmade are just done online.
Did you get that?
It was cool because there were different areas for different parts of the industry. Like they had an area for content creators. So some of your favorite overlanders on social media were there in their own little section. As day one was coming to an end, I was incredibly grateful to have the opportunity to come check this out, and I couldn't wait to see what was in store for me tomorrow.
Running low on the borderlines, and you tell me that you're doing fine.
Morning 2. Just trying to get this day rolling. A little coffee. One with a little Italian dark roast, extra dark roast.
Right on through the door. So hold onto all that feeds your soul. I know a place where the sun shines.
One of those nights where it starts off warm, gets colder and colder and colder until right before sunrise, and it's downright chilly.
I'll take you. Coloring outside the night, and you tell me you're just passing by, drowning in your reasons why.
Just a bunch of trash dropping in the trash.
Talk is cheap, we're wasting time.
I was just drying it out. And I was like, I'm serious
All
about
that
this.
feeds your soul. I know a place where the sun shines every day. So come with me. I'll take
We want that stitching to run parallel, but the width of the strap is normally what dictates the strength of the strap.
So you can rent vehicles here, off-road rigs, and they have, courses and places where you can test drive them. This is pretty neat. They had a bulldozer and a mini excavator on site, and that way they could add some additional challenges and modify and fix the track as needed. One of the most popular items was the electric dirt bikes. The facility was really cool. They weren't out there trying to keep everyone from having any fun. You could open one up a little bit if you wanted to. But day 2 was coming to an end, so it was time to have some dinner and call it a night. Tomorrow's the final day. I'll probably get up, attend the class, pack up, and then hit the road.